thought R has been looking a little bland? Well, today we're going to add some color into your life with RColorBrewer.
Hello, my name is Maddie.
I'm Julia.
And I'm Maya, reporting to you live from on campus.
So, what is this magical, colorful package that we're talking about? Well, originally only used for thematic maps within R. Today, RColorBrewer can also be used to create beautiful color palettes that can transform your graphs from meh to wow, even with the capacity to make beautiful rainbows. But we're going to get into that a little bit later in the video. Let's get started.
Once you have installed the RColorBrewer using this code, you can call the brewer.pal function to make a color palette. The function has two parameters, n, which is the number of individual colors you're using. Here we used 8, and name being the name of the color palette. We used the set2 palette. To see the color palette, however, you have to use the display.brewer.pal function. The minimum value of n is 3, and the max value depends on the palette you are using. After all, who wants less than 3 colors on a graph? With RColorBrewer, you have access to 3 different kinds of color palettes: sequential, diverging, and qualitative. Let's start in sequence with the sequential palette. Sequential palettes are only one color in transition from lighter shades for lower values to darker shades for higher values. You can make palettes with up to 9 different shades of color. You can see the different palettes of the sequential type using the display.brewer.all type equals seek command.
Ooh, pretty.
Yes, it is pretty, but also useful. This command can also call diverging and quantitative palettes. The names appear on the left-hand side, and the palette appears beside the name, showing the maximum number of colors available. Let's use the sequential color palette to bring this life expectancy scatter plot back from the dead. This graph shows life expectancy by fertility rate. We used the call equals color equals command to call a palette we created called seek.palette, which has 9 colors from the blues sequential palette.
Let's diverge our attention to the diverging palettes. The palette highlight extreme highs and lows with dark colors, with mid values appearing much lighter. Here are all the diverging palettes, which have a maximum of 11 different colors. To show off the capabilities of these palettes, we made you a beautiful rainbow using the spectral palette. This palette is also known as the colors of Dr. Glanz's wardrobe.
All right, for those of you who are counting, our last palettes are qualitative palettes. These are sets of different colors, each with a different max length. We used the set1 palette to make a pie chart. As you can see, we're able to make different color slices in the pie chart by changing the qual.palette settings. For example, right here, we're going to change the palette from set1 to set2, totally creating a different vibe to your chart. Here's the help file to find out more about the usage of RColorBrewer.
To learn more than you code from the help file, visit the ColorBrewer website. This website shows you how RColorBrewer can be used in thematic maps. You have the option of picking one of 3 different types of palettes and different color schemes within each palette. They even have an option of only showing color-blind safe color palettes.
Thanks for watching!